Good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Ahmed or Bigak, and welcome to today's video. Today, we're going to be talking about a world problem, and this is happening here in Haiti. There's a state of emergency because there is escalating violence and prison breaks and things of this nature that are happening there at the moment. There's a lot of things happening in a lot of countries at this moment. If that was in Ukraine, if that is in the Middle East and Palestine, if that is in many countries that are within Africa, if that is a lot of countries in South America and these islands, if that is in Asia, if that is everywhere on the planet, there are mass amounts of issues happening. And they are increasingly happening more and more and more by the day. Not everything is a war, but everything is falling somewhere in every country in some way. If that's your society, if that's your social media, if that's your economy, if that's war, if that's something's happening within many, many, many countries, many regions of the world. And the more this country is having a problem, the less each country can help each other, the less each country could help each other, the more it causes a domino effect of collapsing. So you don't want wars happening at the same time as prison breaks happening, at the same time as economic collapse is happening at the same time. And this is what we're seeing. We're seeing a power structure change in the United States of America this year, as well as many other political and financial changes when it comes to this near future. Cryptocurrency is exploding right now. We see Bitcoin at the moment almost at its all-time high. It's probably going to break its all-time high today, if not this week. And it looks very crazy out here. Gold is flying. These are safe reserve currencies, which means your governments, the richest people on earth, are running from the economies and they're entering resources and assets. So let's go ahead and take a look at what is happening here in Haiti.
Turning to a dangerous situation in Haiti, where the government has declared a state of emergency after an explosion of violence, including two major prison breaks. Armed gunmen attacked the country's biggest prison over the weekend, allowing some of Haiti's most notorious gang leaders to escape. Vlad Duterte has reported for years on the conditions inside Haiti, and he has the story.
Haiti is spiraling, a wave of violence reaching a boiling point after a jailbreak in the country's biggest prison on Saturday. Prison authorities say the attack, carried out by armed gangs, led to the escape of a large number of the 4,000 prisoners held there. On Sunday, journalists roamed the normally overcrowded facility where its cells were eerily empty, with no guards in sight, the injured and the dead laying nearby. At least 5 people were killed at the prison, where now fewer than 100 inmates remain. A second prison that holds another 1,400 inmates was also stormed. Saturday's siege came as a shock even to Haitians accustomed to living under the constant threat of violence, and is yet another example of how criminal gangs have gained more control of the country since the assassination of former...
I live in Florida, so I've met a lot of people that are from Haiti that have told me stories, that have shown me things, things about violence gangs, things about black magic, things about just like the agriculture and the different medicines and what they used to do, some of the rituals, their music, their foods. There's a lot of Haitian people here in Florida, and I've met a lot of them, and I've been grateful to learn about their culture and learn about these people. And all the Haitians that I have met and I have known are super, super, super respectful, and they are very hardworking. And yeah, I mean, it's crazy that like me personally, I grew up in Detroit, so in Detroit it's not too like diverse. Yeah, there's diversity. There's black people and white people and Arabic people and Mexicans, but it's like it's not like largely diverse, and everyone that lives there is like 3-4 generations in, and everyone's kind of just like Americanized. To where in Florida, you get a lot of tourism. You get a lot of people moving here from other countries, moving here from other states. It's it's a mixing pot. It's very diverse, and it's from the source. It's not second, third generation. It's first generation people from these countries. So it's really cool to kind of experience and meet some of these people. But you can also understand and see why they leave their country, because things like this happen. I mean, especially you're a woman, you have some kids. It's like it's hard to live in situations and environments like that. I mean, yeah, in the United States of America, you might have to work triple and you might have to do these things, but it's better than worrying about, getting kidnapped in the middle of the night, or your child being kidnapped and sold off to slavery. So it's like, I don't know, man. It's sad that the world, especially with the Western powers and how much money we have and how much billions and billions of dollars we leave on the ground in Afghanistan, and billions of dollars we send to Israel, and billions of dollars we help to fund Saudi Arabia, and billions of dollars we help to fund Ukraine and destroy the world, that we can't just like help these guys build a simple infrastructure, like build some extra prisons, you know, and like help them implement some infrastructure within their country. We can, but we won't. And it's just like, it's really sickening that they take billions and billions, if not trillions of dollars from our hard-earned money as Americans as we go work, and we bust our ass every single day, and we work and work and work, and we don't even see our families. We don't even get to enjoy our life, and we die under slavery of work, and they send all this money overseas to blow our ancestors up rather than helping people, you know, rather than trying to build infrastructure in other countries and do things of that nature in other countries. You want your dollar to thrive, why don't you go help Haiti and then help them implement the US dollar within their economy and help them build prisons and help clean up their streets and help implement these tax laws and things of this nature? Help them. Like, we do a lot of reporting on these other countries, but we do nothing to help.
Former President Jovenel Moise in 2021. Jacqueline Charles is an award-winning Caribbean correspondent for the Miami Herald.
Because what you've seen in the last couple of days is all the gangs practically have risen up.
Since Thursday, gangs have targeted police stations and fired shots near the international airport, even forcing American Airlines to suspend flights yesterday and today.
The people inside Port-au-Prince, I mean, honestly, they're trapped, and the concerns of the rapidly deteriorating situation is that we're seeing this perfect storm and not knowing where it's going to lead the Haitian people.
So this is a horrific situation all around, and it's easy for folks to look at what's happening in Haiti through natural disasters, dictatorships, corruption, a presidential assassination, and now this, and say, you know, Haiti's a basket case, and it always has been, but it's remarkable to think that a country that was the first independent...
Listen, like he's saying, he's making it sound complicated. It's not complicated, guys. It's not complicated when we want to go blow up 1 million people and fund infrastructure and hire spies and send $1 billion of airplanes above someone's country and blow them to shreds and take their government out and fix their government and implement democracy and do all of this stuff and tell people, oh, the Middle East is oppressed, let's blow up the whole entire Middle East and spend trillions of dollars blowing it up and taking over their countries. But you can't go help Haiti. It's a complete lie. It's a complete lie. Especially with these dictators, you can go pay these dictators off like it's nothing. Especially the United States of America, you can go to Haiti and you can literally build infrastructure there, but you won't. So as much as this guy on the news also wants to make it seem complicated and Haiti's this problem and this has been a big problem for, and they killed their dictator and they did this and they did this. It's not that complicated. The reason they're revolting, the reason that they don't know what to do is because they don't have leadership. They don't have proper leadership or implementation. So if you have proper leadership implementation to where you think your democracy and everything in the world is supposed to work your way, why don't you go help countries that actually need it? Because Iran doesn't need your dictatorship. Lebanon doesn't need your dictatorship. Saudi Arabia doesn't need your dictatorship. You get it? Iraq doesn't need your democracy, not dictatorship. They don't need your democracy. They don't want to be colonized by America. They don't want to use your dollar. Why don't you go to a country that wants help? That needs help? You see what I'm saying? Instead of going to the country that's flourishing, right? And then paying civilians to fight their government, why don't you go help this government or help the civilians in countries where their government's actually tyrannically destroying the country? It makes me very, very, very sad. So this is what's happening in Haiti at the moment, and there's plenty of things happening all over the world in all of these countries, and it's very, very important to keep your mind and keep your brain aware of these things, because listen, like I said, I've met a lot of Haitian people here in Florida, and for me to not understand their struggle, what they've gone through, it's gonna change how I interact with someone. You know, it's gonna change what comes out of my mouth. I'm gonna watch my ignorance. I'm gonna watch certain things I'm going to be more educated. I'm going to have more understanding. I'm going to have more empathy. So it's very important to understand worldwide problems, not just in Haiti, not just in Palestine, not just in our own country of the United States of America, with our economic issues, with our social issues. For instance, like the whole LGBTQ transgender agenda, and the whole Satanism agenda, and the whole black versus white agenda, and the whole Republican versus Democrat agenda, and all the arguing and fighting. There's a lot of things to fix in this world. There's a lot of things happening in this world that are clearly deceptive, that are clearly broken. And instead of fixing it, we spend billions and trillions to make it worse. So that's what I'm saying. Be very, very aware of what's happening in the world today. Thank you guys so much for coming in today. Please, peace and pray for Haiti. Pray for Palestine. Pray for your own country. Pray for your own family. Pray for yourself. Ask God to make you better, to give you knowledge, to open your heart, to open your mind, to open your soul, and to guide the world to a better place. I know it's a lot to ask for in the state of the world that we're in, but I'll tell you this, God is all-knowing and God is all-powerful, so if he wants to make something happen, he'll make it happen. And if enough of his creation actually turn to him and ask him, he will indeed respond to them. He will indeed accept their prayer and answer them. So I think that's very, very important. Understand what's happening around you. Use knowledge as a tool. Use knowledge as a power. And use that knowledge to ask God for more. Use that knowledge to be steered in the right directions and to make the right decisions so you don't fall into these social toxic traps, these military toxic acts, all of these different things that are super, super, super virus to the world. Thank you guys so much for coming in today. God bless. Peace and blessings. And one more thing before I go. A lot of people, they get mad when I wear a hood, so I'm just going to show you, like, there's nothing on my head. It's just my hair is a little messy. I like wearing a hood because it's comfortable. It's like a blanket, you know, and I'm in my room, and it's just, like, cozy, you know. So that's why I wear a hood, not for any reason. I'm not, like, in a cult. I'm not, you know, I'm not trying to turn to the dark side. I'm not a gnome. I just like the hood. It's very comfortable. Thank you guys for coming in today. God bless you. Love you. And free Palestine, baby.